everyone, it's Sunday, March 22nd, 2026, and I'm back after only 2 weeks since my last video, which might be a record for me. I did 2 weeks in a row and then skipped 2 weeks and now I'm back. So it's like 3 videos in 1 month. That's crazy. That's not like me. And after being away from FlossTube for a few months, coming back, I'm just really excited about everything. I want to stitch everything. I want to start everything. I want to talk to you guys about everything because until I was away from YouTube, FlossTube, and recording my videos, being away from that made me realize how much I really enjoy talking about cross stitch and not really having that many people in my real life to talk to about cross stitch. So, and as all of you I'm sure can relate, there are just times where you just want to talk about cross stitch and not much else. With everything going on, with just life in general, being busy or whatever we have going on in our lives, it's just nice to talk about cross stitch because it makes us happy. We're just happy when we talk about it, right? So that's why I'm back, and I keep slapping my knees and making noise, and I'm going to try not to do that because the caffeine is kicking in. But I have a lot to show you today. I have 4 new starts. Oops. But I mean, they're smalls. Well, relatively small. Some of them are very small. One of them's maybe a mid-size project, but I'll show that one to you when I get to it. And I'll show you a couple of other projects that I've put some progress into. I did a little bit of stitching on them and then just kind of, I don't know, just couldn't get into them, but I'll show you the progress I made on them anyway, even though it's not very much. And then I've got a few other things to go through at the end of the video. So jump right in. I'll start with my starts because we start with the starts. Not really, I don't know why I said that. Anyway. Okay, the first one, oh, did I bring the patterns? Oh, I didn't bring the patterns up. Okay, I'll put a picture of the pattern on the screen here. It is from Annie B's Folk Art. And I don't even remember the name of the pattern, which is terrible. But I stitched it so quickly, I honestly don't remember the name of it. So it is this cute little bunny, Easter bunny with an Easter egg. It's so adorable. It's stitched up super quick. I did this on 36 count Dutch blue from Color and Cotton. My favorite blue now. It's my hands down favorite one, probably my top 2. I have 2 favorite Color and Cotton fabrics right now. They're probably my 2 favorite all-time fabrics. I'm gonna hold this up just so you can look at something pretty while I talk. This one, Dutch blue, and pistachio, which is like a light minty kind of a green color. And those 2, honestly, I could stitch on just those 2 colors of fabrics forever and never stitch on another fabric and be totally, totally happy. Maybe the only 3rd I would add into that would be platinum linen, which is, you know, just off the bolt, not a hand dyed. I love platinum, but for neutral, it's great. It's very versatile. But yeah, this blue, I mean, for spring, right? For spring, isn't this just the best color for an Easter design? Okay, so, and I did on 36. You all know that I don't really do 36 usually. I did 1 strand on this one. 36 for me is the fabric. Some people say it's 32 for them. For me, it's 36, where I say, do I do 1 strand or 2? Because I feel like 2 strands can be a little bit too bulky. 1 strand can be just a little bit too thin and you can see the fabric behind it. I think it really just depends on, number 1, I think it depends on the dyer of the fabric. I think depending on how much it shrinks or how much it doesn't. I've worked on some 36 count, what's the one, you know, the one you can get a 1, 2, 3 stitch. It's not coming to me. I'll put it on the screen. When I work on that fabric, it just tends to, I don't know, it's not consistent. I've had it where it's been like super shrunk and other times where the holes stay quite large, and so 36 isn't consistent. Color and Cotton is very consistent, and I have found that 36 for Color and Cotton is perfect for 1 strand. And I'll show you another project that I started a couple months ago, more than a couple months ago, but I haven't showed it on here yet, so I'm going to show it. And that one is on 36, and I'm finding, I'll show you my balance that I've come up with, but specifically for these pattern, for this pattern, The one strand was fine, absolutely fine on it. And I think part of that is because of the design I put on it too. Like, it doesn't really matter if a little bit of fabric shows through or not, because it goes together anyway. So anyway, that's the first one. Really happy about that one. And then the second one is it's the second pattern from the same chart. The chart came with 2 patterns. And so I did the second one as well. And it is Happy Easter. Another very super quick stitch. I mean, this was like one day kind of thing, because it's all one color except for the egg, which is also really cute. So one thing about this particular pattern that I'll mention is how do I put it? I was a little surprised at the chart that it wasn't charted correctly. Now, that doesn't bother me. I mean, I can fix things as I find things, but like there were a couple of, like when I compared the chart to the model stitch on the front of the piece, in the rabbit's dress, for example, it had charted, oh, where it's gone already. It had charted the dress where it's got, you can see like all the little pinks in here. I'm gonna get my little pointer. Sorry, I just bumped the table you're on, I'm sorry. But you can see here, all these little polka dots on the dress that are pink. Well, the top part of the chart called for this dark pink, and then down here in the dress, the symbol was the lighter colored pink from the egg. I thought, well, that's kind of odd. And then I looked at the cover photo and it was all the dark pink. So I just switched it all and just did the dark pink polka dots. And then, what was the other thing? There was something else, maybe not in this chart. I think the rest of this one was fine. Oh, there was a bit of back stitching that was missing from the chart right here. All these other back stitching, the sewing line looking back stitches, those were all in the chart, but this one was missing. So I added it because it was, or maybe it was in the, oh, it was in the chart, but it wasn't on the cover photo. That's what it was. So it was in the chart, and so of course I did it, but I looked on the cover model picture and it wasn't there. And then the other thing that I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I mean, not a huge dilemma. We figure things out, don't we? But on this one, the egg, oh, I'm sorry I bumped this table again. I'm gonna have to find another place to put my stuff. This egg right here, the symbol wasn't even in the chart. So, I mean, it was in the chart, but it wasn't in the color key. So I had no idea what color that was supposed to be. So I just picked, I think I picked 676, which is like a nice yellowy, a golden yellow, like a bright sunshiny yellow. I did that instead. I just picked out whatever I thought would look good. So that's the second one. So 2 starts, 2 finishes. I'm on a good track, right? Good progress. And then another, this isn't even in order. These are my start number 2, 3, and 4. My first start I'm gonna have to show you after, because I started that one first and then felt the urge to switch to spring Easter stitching, because obviously we've only got a couple weeks till Easter here in the US, and so or North America, and so I wanted to definitely do spring stitching, Easter stitching before it was out of season. So I put the other one on hold and started these ones. So okay, anyway, start number 3. I'll put a picture of what it's gonna look like. And another chart from Annie B's Folk Art. And this is where I'm at on it. So I didn't get a lot of stitching done on this one this week. I started it, and for whatever reason, I was just kind of poking along. This looked to me like, oh, I could probably get this done in 2 or 3 days, but I don't know, just maybe I was tired after work in the evenings and didn't get a lot done. Or like yesterday, Saturday, I would have thought maybe I would have gotten a little bit more progress on it. I probably could have finished it yesterday, but I just got distracted. And I don't know why. I just got distracted yesterday. I was scrolling on my phone and I was looking up patterns and watching FlossTube and getting like pulled into all kinds of different, like, oh, let me look at this Etsy store. Oh, let me look, oh, those, look at you know, you can get distracted pretty easy when you watch FlossTube, because I want all the things everyone else is working on, or I want to at least see where can I get that if I wanted to, or is that even still in print? And then you get, you know, so I didn't get a lot of stitching done yesterday because I should have had this done yesterday. I should have, but I think I'll be able to get it done today, because all that's left is her dress with her, she's holding a little basket here, the rest of her apron, her legs and feet, and then there's 2 more little child bunnies, baby bunnies, over on this side, and then the bottom here. I can just take that across. And that's pretty much it, and I think I can get that done today. So that will be, by today, I was hoping I would have that ready so that when I film today, I'd be able to show you, look, 4 starts, 3 finishes, but I only got 4 starts, 2 finishes, but this will be done today, so. Can I count it as a, no, I guess I can't count that as a finish, can I? But anyway, it will be today. So those are my cute little spring patterns that I have really enjoyed working on. It's the weather here in the US is starting, in the Midwest, is starting to get warmer. It's been very schizophrenic because last Monday it was snowing and went below freezing, and then we had a day this week that almost hit 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So from below 32, I think it was like, let me think, Celsius, I think it was like -16 wind chill within the last couple weeks, and then -16 Celsius, and then it was +26 like 2 days later. That was a couple weeks ago, and then this week it's been the same thing all over again. Now it's yeah, I think yesterday got up to almost 90 Fahrenheit, which I can't do all the conversion to Fahrenheit and Celsius in my head, but yeah, it's like roughly like 27 Celsius, I think, somewhere in there. So when it's snowing and then 3 days later, you're like sweating to death and having to wear shorts outside, it's just a little bit weird. But that is what it's like in Missouri in the spring. It just all over the place, and you never know what you're gonna get. Let's see, what am I gonna show you next? I'm gonna try not to bump my table too much, but okay, I'm just gonna go in order of what's in my pile. This is another piece that got very few stitches. I haven't worked on this in a while, and then I pulled it out and just did a few stitches. I had started doing what Max Color Stitcher does on this piece, where she stitches in 10 by 10 blocks from top to bottom, left to right, and goes all the way across the page. So I'm gonna put a picture of what this one is when it's finished. It's called, it's a Heaven and Earth Designs. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's called, I think it's the Town Mouse and the Country Mouse, or the City Mouse and the Country Mouse. And let me get it situated here. Why don't I put it on my board, if I can do that without making too much noise. Ooh, it is noisy. Let's see how that is. Okay, that's good. And this is my progress on it. So this is an old project. I've had this around for probably since 2017. And I mean, you can see the fold marks from where it sits. It stays inside. Oh, this is not working for me. It stays inside the bag so much that it gets squashed, and all these like fold marks are just like gonna have to be ironed out. But anyway, I did work my way across the top, a couple of rows, and yeah, I mean, it's good to finally have my way all the way across the top and then work my way down. But this one's a tough one to work on, and the reason is it's so much brown. And I mean, I love the design when it's done. The detail in it, especially the detail in the teapot, is amazing. I saw someone work on this on one of their videos probably back in 2016, 2017, because that's how I got inspired to start it, was saw someone else had finished it, and the teapot looked so good because it's supposed to be silver, and it actually looks silver with the way that the color is charted. It's fantastic. But I haven't gotten back to it since, when did I work on this? I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I worked on it before. And I don't know that I'm going to pull it out again in the next couple weeks. I might have to just go back into my whip storage. So that's that one. And it's got all the part threads everywhere, and I'm kind of like in a I don't like parking phase right now. So when I'm coming across anything with threads, all the dangling threads, I'm just working them all in because it's just annoying me. So, and I go through phases where I'm like, oh, let me just park everything. And then I come back to that project the next time, I'm like, oh, let me just stitch everything in, and then it's just whatever I feel like doing in the moment. The next project I'm going to show you is not, I did not work on it in the last 2 weeks, but it is one that I worked on that I've never showed to you before, that I started back last fall. And it's a sampler that Rosie in the Rockies charted. She had gotten a sampler and she loved the look of it. Again, I'll put the name of it on the screen. And she loved it, so she charted it and she stitched it, and then she made it available for sale in her Etsy shop. So I'll link that below if you're interested in seeing that. But it's a beautiful, beautiful chart. And I went and made a special trip to Color and Cotton because I wanted to do this on something that was going to pop, but I didn't. I'm not one that really likes samplers. First of all, I don't stitch a lot of samplers. That doesn't mean that I won't. I'm just very particular about which ones that I like. And I don't always like stitching on neutral, like beige tan fabrics. But again, I'm not an all or nothing kind of person. I kind of like a little bit of everything. So it just kind of depends on the design. But this one I really wanted to do on something special. So I found at Color and Cotton, it is called, it's a 36 count tomato fabric. And this is the progress that I made on that so far. I'm trying to get a little bit of the natural light, but also not blow it out too much. Yeah, okay. So this is what I have done so far on that. And then I put it away, and then I haven't gotten it back out again because I got distracted with other projects, or it's just, I do want to pull it back out and work on it. It kind of feels like a summertime kind of vibes just to work on it. It kind of feels like maybe this summer I'll pull it out and work on it again. But it's a good start. I think I got a pretty good start on it. And I love the fabric. Okay, so this is the chart I was going to talk about, 36 count, because when I was at the store, I was talking to, I talked to the people who work there, Tina and Angela, of course, and Lauren. And when I'm talking to them, I'm often asking, like, I don't know what to do with 36 count. And so I think it was Tina who had suggested, she had been watching, who did she watch? It was, oh, I can't even remember. Anyway, she said that she had been watching a FlossTuber who said that their happy medium, or what they ended up doing, was they'll stitch the first leg of the cross with one strand, and then they'll come back over the cross with one strand and then do a second pass at it. So what it ends up is you're using one strand of floss to stitch, but you just do the first leg one strand, and the second leg ends up being two strands. And, oh, got an itchy nose. Sorry. So you're not ending up with quite as much bulk as two strands on both legs, but it's not as thin as one strand on both legs. So I'm like, I'm gonna try that. So that's what I've been doing on this piece, is I've been doing, it's a little bit extra work because you're doing one strand and then you're doing one strand. So you're kind of doing that third, it's almost like doing a third leg, and it's an extra stitch on every square, or on every stitch. But I don't know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. So I'm gonna finish this one that way. And again, I think it just depends on the project, right? Because sometimes you're working on it and it's like, oh, I think one strand is fine. But like when I was working on, I did the fox from the Cottage Garden Sampling series back when the Woodland series, the very first set of 12, that first one that came out was the fox. And I did that one right away. Picture This Plus fabric. That's what I was trying to think about a few minutes ago. Picture This Plus. I did it on Picture This Plus. I did one strand, one over two on 36 count, and when I finished it, I wasn't as happy with the results. I don't know. I don't want to always blame the fabric. I think it just depends on the chart. It depends on the colors that you're stitching with, the threads, and I think it depends on the fabric background color and how it all comes together. So I think I'm going to try to just be a little bit more experimental, and I used to just completely just say no to 36 count, no, 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 never, never. And now I'm kind of like, I'm going to try it. I'm just going to see what the project says I should do. Like, does the project colors and the fabric, what works best for this project? Does that make sense? I think good. Anyway, that's my thinking? I don't know if it makes sense, but. So that's this project. Might see that one again in the next couple months. Okay, this next project is another one that I have not worked on it in the last 2 weeks, but I did start it in December. It was a stitch along that I started with Stitchin' Mommy and Kim Hollenbeck, and Caffeinated Crafter is already working on this one. She didn't start it in December. She's already had it as a whip, and she's been working on it for a long time. And it is Winter Cookie Party. I feel bad because I did start it, but I wasn't filming FlossTubes at the time, and I didn't post my progress on Instagram because, well, I'll show you why. I didn't make a very good start on it at all. Like, I'm barely even started. I don't even know which side's up. This is right side up. That is all I got done on it. That's it. That's it. I mean, it's a start. Yes. I love the chart. But I just got distracted with other projects. And anyway, I am going to keep this one out, and I am going to keep working on it. It's a very big piece. Again, when I work on full coverage projects, I don't always have a goal of ever finishing it. And I know that sounds awful, but I love stitching 1 over 1 on 25 count. I feel like it's my happy place. I feel like it's like you get in a rhythm. I don't have to think too much because I'm using Pattern Keeper. It's just count, just find. And it's just, I do like the Stitchin' Mommy method, the typewriter method. I use Anne's modified version, which is like doing all the way across the top, filling in and carrying down to the next row, but then parking anyway, there's just something about it that is very cathartic. Like when my brain is full, or my brain is busy, or my brain is tired from work, when I come home and work on a full coverage, you just stitch. So I am going to keep this one out. I love what Stitchin' Mommy did. She condensed her chart down to just, I'll show you if you look at the picture right now, it's just that blue plate of cookies in the middle. So she's going to actually just like not do any of the other background, not any of the other stitching. She's just doing the plate. And I think that's going to look really cool. I would love to do that, but I've already started it at the top, and I'm also a bit of a completionist, which is why I collect. When I collect, for example, my Mirabilia patterns, I'm like, I can't just not get one of the ones released because then I won't have the whole thing. I don't know. It's like the same with the Cottage Garden samplings. Like, they released the first 12 of the Woodland series. They released the 12 animals, and then I'm like, okay, well, I have all 12. And then they came out with like, now they're doing like a whole other 12. They've got 12 more. I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, okay, no, I can actually, there's a breaking point, like a stopping point where it was like, okay, they did the first 12 and I can just like end it there. But I couldn't have just like picked like, oh, just the fox and the reindeer and I couldn't have just like picked just 3 or 4 out of the set and not had like the whole thing. It's just ugh. It's like the charts that they release for seasons. Like, here's the summer, the spring, the summer, the autumn, the winter. I couldn't just do winter, or I couldn't just do summer, or I can't just buy one of them and not buy all of them. It's just such a... That's how my head is fixated. I get obsessed with like, I can't just have the one, I gotta have them all. But anyway, but then I never stitch any of them, so why am I even buying them? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to show you next my progress on, I actually have a printout for this one. I remembered to bring it. The Wise and the Brave, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's the 2026 HAED Stitch Along, and I've been continuing with it. My goal was to get 10% per month. Have I done that? No. I got 10% in January, so I was on track in January. February came along and I only got 7%. And now we're in March, so I was at 17%. And now I'm only at 19.2%, and we're almost at the end of March. And that's all I have. Let me fold it a little bit. Get some, so you can't see through. That's all I have done right now, which is pretty sad. But 19.2. So I was supposed to be at 30% by the end of March, but we're already at the 22nd of the month. I'm not sure I'm going to make it to 30. But that's okay. I'll just do what I can. But I did do some stitching. Where did I do it? I did it like right up in here. And I was carrying threads down like to the next row and filling in a little bit. So when I pick it back up, I'm again just stitching all the way across the row because I do like the way it fills in from the top down. I started out, working on just one page. I think this is like the first page down to here. And eventually I just started doing like the typewriter all the way across. I don't like it. But I'm really anxious to get to the birds. That's the hard part because the birds are what I love about the chart. Not really loving all the browns and tans and golds. I mean, it's okay, but it's like my other project that I showed, like the town mouse and the country mouse. It's just a lot of background brown. I just want to get to the bird. I mean, I love the owl, but I just want to get to this little guy. He's so colorful and he's so cute. So there's a part of me that's like, maybe I should just stitch down and work my way down to the bird. And I don't know, maybe I'll do that. I got to keep it interesting or I'm just not going to work on it. I'm good about setting goals. I'm just not always good about being strict about the goals. And because once you start getting strict about the goals, then it's not fun anymore. And I already have a full-time job. I don't want to have cross-stitch be like a job where I'm burning out on it because I'm too rigid or because, oh, I'm not meeting my goals and now I'm like getting sad about it. And so it's why I end up with too many projects. I'm in the triple digits for whips right now, but that also doesn't make me feel good, having too many projects. So my goal now, something that Lucky Chance Stitcher mentioned, I also saw Luda mention it on her Instagram about like having a focus of finish 2 projects before you start another one. And eventually you'll whip down, right? But I think I need to do more than 2. I think I need to have like 3 or 4 finishes before I do another start because otherwise I'm never going to get down to, like, I'd love to be around 30. I think 30, like no more than 30, but I feel like that's never going to happen. And part of my problem with that is because I'm not willing to actually UFO anything. And that's a problem too, because I still have whips from the 1990s. And I'm not willing to let them go because I started it, so I need to finish it. But if I'm not finishing it and I never pull it out, I know you guys relate. I know you do. Some of you anyway. Okay, so my last, which was my first start, my last project I'm going to show you today, but the first project that I actually started after my last video is Nora Corbett, Bluebell. She's a very popular one. A lot of people like to stitch her. Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher, worked on her. Not that long ago she finished her. And this is, I'm gonna have to undo the little frame here for a second, sorry. So I can show you where I'm at. This is, whoops, where I got to. Not too bad. Let me get my board behind it. I don't know if it'll help with the color. There, okay. So that's where I got to. I started, I love her wings. I started in the middle and I worked my way up and immediately wanted to do her skin and her face and her hair and her wings. But that is all Kreinik right there. All of her wings are Kreinik, and I was starting to get a little bit of Kreinik burnout, but oh, I wish you could see how shiny it is. It's so sparkly. I don't know if you can tell. But, so, and then I started working my way. Once I got the wings over here, obviously the bluebells are coming down into her wings, so I started stitching that area in, and then I started working my way up. So now I've reached the top, and now I might just do like typewriter and just like fill in as I go down. And I might even bead as I go because this is not a real big design. And let's put the board down. So it's not a really big design, so I can put some felt or batting or something in here so when I roll it, it doesn't crush the beads. But there's not that much that's actually going to get rolled up in order to get to the bottom where I would finish. So I think that's what I might do. I might just decide to finish her and bead her as I go, and maybe the next time that I'm here with you, I'll have a finish. So, but I am trying not to start anything new. I had 4 starts. That's a lot. They're small. Like, and this is mid-size, I would call it. It's not a small, but I really need to finish what I've already got. So, didn't work on Queen of Freedom, but that's okay. She'll come out again. What else did I want to talk about today? It's not going to be a really long video, I guess, but I did want to mention a couple of YouTubers that I've been watching. So there's Lisa, Lost in Stitches. She just did a recent video. Well, she did a whip parade, but she also did a recent video this week where she was talking about wanting to do Blackbird designs this year. She went through some of her 2026 plans, and she was pulling out Blackbird design charts, and I caught a bit of a bug. Like the stitchy bug, wanting to start a Blackbird design. So I had one specifically in mind that I own that I have wanted to start for a while that I haven't. And it's called Violet's Blue. It's this one. I absolutely love that. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a Blackbird design stitcher. Again, there's really not much that I won't stitch in general. Like, there are samplers that I will stitch. There are cutesy things that I will stitch. There are Mirabilias and Fancy Ladies and Dimensions kits and Crochet a Go-Go and like all Tiny Modernist. Like, I'll stitch just about anything. But when it comes to Blackbird, I'm very particular, and I don't know why. I'm not as much into the prim colors. So maybe that's part of it. I like things that are a little bit brighter, a little bit, not like Aimee loves Toads, who likes everything more prim and not so colorful. We're kind of the opposite. So I thought that was funny. I was watching Aimee one day and she was just talking about how like she doesn't like things so bright. So she tends to tone things down into the more primitive, more muted colors. And I tend to take those primitive muted colors and brighten them all up again. So, but this one to me, I actually like it as charted. I like the colors in it. I might change out the background fabric. Well, all fabric is background, but you know what I mean. I might switch out the color in the fabric. Just maybe not cream colored. I might do something more like very faint lilac, or I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But that is one that I might, if I allow myself another start this year, this might be a prime candidate. And then I was also watching Sophia's Stitching Love. I don't know if you've watched her channel. Like, these channels I'm mentioning, go check them out. I'll link them below. They're, oh, I don't know. I get sucked into certain channels and then I go back and I start binge watching from the beginning, and it's wonderful because then you have like FlossTube content forever. You know, you go back and someone who's got like 40 videos, I'm like, this is great. I can just hit play and go back and watch their progress over the last couple of years. And anyway, so Sophia's Stitching Love, in her recent whip parade, she had multiple videos. She had to do multiple parts because she's got a lot of whips. And she was working on Feathers and Friends, which is a chart from Butternut Road. And this is what it looks like. And I've had this as a whip for early 2000s, like probably 2004, 2005. Is when I started this. So it's been 20 years. It's been in my whips for 20 years. It's very sad that I have it that long. And I don't even have that much done on it. And I did it on raw linen, like the brown raw linen. So I don't have that much done on it. But I got her face done and the bird. And now when I watched her working on hers, I'm like, oh, I really want to pull mine out now and work on it. So would I start it on raw linen now if I were starting it? No, I wouldn't. I would pick something else. But since I've already started it, I don't think I'm going to go back and change it. I don't like to waste fabric. I mean, if I already started it, and it doesn't look bad, it looks fine. Let's see. It calls for brown sugar Aida or natural brown linen. So that's what I have, is the natural brown linen. So, and it's fine. And I have 2 copies of this pattern. I don't have 2 copies of the cover photo, but I have 2 copies of the pattern. So I might have to do that as a giveaway. When I reach 5,000 subscribers, I'm getting there. I think I'm around, I don't know, 46 something. I don't know. I'll have to look. But when I get to 5,000, I've been on FlossTube now for 4 years, and 4 years as of February. And I wasn't filming at the time when I hit my 4-year anniversary. But then I realized, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm getting close to 5,000. So I think when I get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway with several things in it. And I think I'm going to keep one of these Feathers and Friends and use that as one of the giveaways. And again, it doesn't have the cover photo with it, but I'm sure like one of you would love to have it. Because I don't need 2 copies of it and I want to share. So that is Feathers and Friends. I think this one's gonna have to come out soon. I got very enabled watching Sophia when she did her whip parade. Who else was I watching? Let's see. Flossom. Have you guys seen Flossom yet? Her name is Barina. Her channel is Flossom. She does huge full coverage designs and she makes major progress on them every week. It's been a while, other than Ann Max Color Stitcher, it's been a while since I've seen one where my eyes bug out when I see how much progress is done on a chart, and like a full coverage, like massive full coverages that she's working on. So please go check out her channel. If you love full coverage and you want to be blown away, even if you don't like full coverage and you want to be blown away by the progress, go check her out. It's fantastic. And then Adventurer Knits and Stitches, Renee. She did a shout out for me in an earlier video, and so of course I'm like, oh, I haven't watched her before, so I went and checked out her channel. Oh my goodness, she does such pretty projects, and she's doing one right now called Cardinal Kin, and I love cardinals, and I live in the Midwest and we have like tons and tons of cardinals, the red beautiful cardinals. I don't know if there's any other color cardinal. The females are a little duller, they're kind of more brown than red, but anyway, she's working on this one called Cardinal Kin, and it's absolutely stunning. It's just another one that I'm just trying not to get enabled because I can't start all the things. I don't have time to start all the things, even though I want to. So yes, these are people that I've been watching. I watch a lot of people. I have all my regulars that I normally watch. I wish I could name all of them, but it would take forever. The other thing that I was thinking, when I reach 5,000 subscribers for a giveaway, I was fortunate enough to come across, when it was re-released in December, I was fortunate to come across the Queen of Freedom, the one that was just released, and the bead pack. So Queen of Freedom and the bead pack, and it has the charm in it, and I don't need another copy of it, and so I want to do a giveaway because I already have it in my collection. And I don't know why I thought, well, I want to get it because it's got the collectible little charm in it and it's got the bead pack, and I didn't have the bead pack, but you know, I already have everything. I've got everything kitted up. I've already started it. I've got the chart, so I'm gonna make this a giveaway when I reach 5,000 subscribers. So there's something odd about this chart. No, you're like, well, no wonder you're giving it away. No, it is different because this one, it ended up with white paper, which is unusual because they usually have the cream color. Like all Nora Corbett's and Mirabilia's come on yellow paper. So I'm not sure what happened with this one, but it came on white paper. I don't know, is that gonna make it more collectible because it's on white, which it never is? It's legitimate. I reached out to the store and I asked them, I said, hey, when I got this, it's on white paper. Could you find out from Witch Elt, is that okay? And like, it's not a photocopy. It's got the charm is on it. It's inside. Everything's there. It just, the only thing I can think of is that they were printing a batch and they had that colored, like the cream colored paper in the paper tray. Like, you know how like the machines have like the trays full of a particular type of paper or stock. paper stock, and it either like they had some white either mixed in, or maybe it got to the end of the batch and it was like in the same paper slot, and so it just printed more copies on white. I don't know, but it is direct from Witch Alt and it is legitimate. So anyway, it comes, yeah, it's got everything. So, and it's got the bead pack. So if you are gonna, I don't know, keep watching. If you're watching my channel and you're not subscribed, maybe just click the subscribe button so that I get to 5,000 a little bit faster to do my giveaway and celebrate my 4 years on FlossTube. And so that's that. Oh, and I want to show you a few gifts that I received in the mail. This is slow coming because I actually received this a few months ago, like earlier in this year, a couple months ago. And it is a beautiful card from Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher. She sent me a card, and it's a Valentine's Day, so she sent me a little strawberry shortcake Valentine. I guess this was just like was it last month? I guess it was like, I don't know, it was like end of January, early February when she sent this. And this cute little sticker, and I used to collect stickers when I was a kid, and I, at some point in my early adult life, thought, oh, stickers are childish, and I got rid of all my stickers. I had like thousands and thousands of stickers, and some were like in a book, like a sticker book from when I was like 6 or 7 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old. And then some of them were actually just like, it was just like this big binder full of like pages of stickers that were unused. And what was I thinking? I got rid of them, but I had all kinds of strawberry shortcake. And so I love strawberry shortcake. It's one of my favorites from when I was a kid. My mom actually sewed me a strawberry shortcake doll. And one of those things where I don't have it anymore, and it would have been such a wonderful thing to keep, a treasure. So I don't know why I don't have that anymore either, but like she couldn't just go to the store and buy it for me, so she made it for me. It was like, I wish I had a picture of it. Don't even have a picture. But then Amber sent me this little pouch of all kinds of little Valentine's goodies. It's got like lip gloss, and there is this little pouch that's got more lip gloss and a bracelet. I had this one lip gloss in my purse, and then I pulled it out because I wanted to be able to show you guys. And like little heart charms, and oh, it's so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then I think this is huckleberry pie. It's either huckleberry pie or it's blueberry muffin. I can't remember. Or is it? Oh, it smells good. It even smells good. It's cute. Do you remember Charmkins? I don't know if you guys are of an age where you would remember Charmkins from back in the 80s. They all had a smell. And I had this little plastic house that was like a Charmkins house, and so I had like all the little, and they were really teeny tiny, but each one of them had a smell, and you could, they all like smelled like candy and cakes and cookies. I don't know if I remembered that, but yeah, I used to love the Charmkins and the My Little Ponies. I loved me my My Little Ponies. I wonder if that's why I like horses so much now. And this next gift is also very special. It came in the mail last week, and it is a personalized project folder with my initial on it. Thank you. This came from Amanda, Lucky Chance Stitcher. She made this herself. Like, I don't know where y'all get this talent from to make this stuff, because I sit down at a sewing machine and I can stitch a straight line. But these stuff, like the bindings and like the little like magnetic flaps and like zippers, this stuff scares me. Vinyl, look at this, look at vinyl. It's got a vinyl pocket here that zips, right? So there's like here, and then it's got another folder on the side, another pouch pocket. Like, that's talent. Man, oh man, I don't know. Someday maybe I'll be more adventurous and try it, but anyway, Amanda, thank you so much. This is very, very, very special to me. So thank you for that. And, what else? am I gonna show you today? Also, thanks to a very special person, I have find it. I put it away already. It is the Mouse on a Tin limited edition series from Just Nan, #1. It is the peacock, plumed peacock tin. There's a series of 5. I had the other 4. I didn't have the plumed peacock. It was the only one I was missing. And a very special person was able to find this for me and send it to me. So thank you so much for that. And so this is one that I already had. It's called the Glory Bee Mouse. It's this one. This is #2 in the series. So now I have #1, #2, and then 3, 4, and 5. I'm not sure if I can find them. They're buried a little bit in my box of madness. See if I can find them. Okay, here is #3, which is the Gingerbread Peace Mouse. This one. And then #4 is the Lady in Red Mouse, which is this one. There it is. And #5 is the Madam Butterfly Mouse. Sorry for all the crinkling. I don't take these things apart until I'm actually ready to work on them. And that's the other thing, like, okay, I have all 5 now. It's a collection. It's complete. Do I want to actually stitch on them? Because then I have to open them and then they're not complete anymore. And then, so it's a dilemma, right? Like, yeah. Anyway, I love these. I love the tins. Like, look at the butterfly tin. Isn't that so precious? And then like the peacock one. The peacock one is so pretty. So, oh, love all of these. Okay, sorry, no more crinkling. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to show you for today. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. I've plenty to talk about, but not anything you're probably all that interested in. So, I don't do life updates anymore. Life updates. Life is the reason why I took a break from filming. Just stuff, you know, there's always something. So if I don't talk about it, it's not that I'm not going to pretend it doesn't exist. It's just, sometimes we just have to just like focus on the things that are going well and not the things that aren't. And I'll just say that. So I hope all is going well for you. If it's not, just remember that every day is another day and there's always hope and there are always things in our lives that we can be happy for. Always things that we can be happy about. Always things that we can strive for and setting our goals and our objectives and our spending time with family and friends that we have, and just find the joys in every day, because every day is a gift. We don't always treat it like it's a gift. Sometimes it feels like a burden. But if we look for the good in every day, we'll look for those small little joyful gift things. And I'm not good with words, so I'm gonna stop now. I'm just trying to be upbeat and positive, and you know, I just gotta just focus on the good things in life. I'll just leave it at that. So hope you all have a wonderful stitching week. I'll see if I can come back again maybe in a week or 2. Can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. If I make progress on projects, it's fun to show you, but if I only worked on like one thing, it's like, well, I don't really have much to show you. But anyway, I will talk to you all later. Bye for now.